All right, so we are jumping right back into Astroneer. My stream was having some trouble last time we were playing, and so it dropped out a couple of times. I ended up having to divide up my video in a weird way. Plus, I was having audio hardware issues, so it was just a giant mess. So I'm gonna try to kind of readdress the game here a little bit. Maybe we can, I don't know, learn a little bit more about it. My goal today is to get to the point where I'm traveling to another planet, because that's where you really start getting the scope of the game, because it feels like kind of a small scale local base building exploration game. Before you start traveling from planet to planet, it feels like it's about on the scale of Planet Base, only single character, but it's much more than that. So we're gonna see if we can get there. So here is the base that I built last time, and I've already posted one of the videos for this on YouTube, but I'm kind of hesitant about leaving it up there just because the audio quality is really bad and it cuts off in a weird place. We'll have to see what I do. But what we did basically was we went around collecting a bunch of local resources, building up this base until we could build this truck. This truck right here is my friend. And what this truck does is it's got some big fat batteries. It's way better than that tiny little Rover. Ah, screw you, Rover. This truck is way better. Because it has got a lot more cargo capacity, I can do a lot more with it. I could attach, once I've discovered it, I could attach a much larger storage piece to this. I could really pimp this car out. So what I've got on it right now is a little driver's seat, a solar cell, which will light up when the sun comes up, and storage for 8 resources plus room for some research. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head out in search of research, because what I need is the blueprints that will allow me to build a spaceship. And there are a few other things I'm going to need actually along the way. For one thing, I'm going to need some more resin. Resin is what you use to expand your base, and I'm going to need some resin because one kind of interesting feature of the spaceships is that they take up a slot. They take up an entire vehicle station at your base, and they kind of never leave it. You always have to have one occupied by whatever spaceship you've been using. So I'm gonna have to build a second vehicle station if I want to be able to continue to mess with vehicles. What is this guy? Looks like it's some research. Well, let's bring this guy back and see what's in there. So I'm going to need to expand my base a little bit. One thing I'll also eventually need is hydrazine, which is rocket fuel. So let's grab some of that while we're here. That's the wrong button. Here we go. And I'll also want to build a fuel condenser. I don't think I have one already. I want to build a fuel condenser so that I'm not reliant on mining for fuel. I don't want to have to keep going out further and further to find more fuel if I want to keep traveling. I want to have some really consistent way to get it. Now, fuel condensing is technically free. I mean, you can't run out of it, but oh wow, I collected more than I could actually hold. Hold on, let's grab this guy. Stick it here. Again, one thing I love about this game is just everything is built around these sockets. Everything fits every slot, every socket. There's no like weird exceptions, no weird sockets. It just, everything works with everything. You just sort of learn a few simple rules, and what you expect to happen, happens. Oh hey, more resin. So, oh, what am I doing? Ah! Okay. So, nope, not what I'm intended to do. What I intended to do was hit Q. Okay, so let's load this rest of this hydrazine into the vehicle so I can collect a little bit more resin. And let's get this out here too. I'm not sure why I've got a bunch of power stored up. It's kind of weird. I should keep the tethers. All right, so there's a little bit more resin down here, so I'm going to try to grab it. So punch right here. Oh, so, hey, Scrubby Pointer. Welcome to the chat. Sorry, I kind of get absorbed in the game sometimes. When I advertise that I am a game dev on the title of my stream, I'm actually, I don't work for System Era, so I'm not involved with this game. I just like this game. I'm actually a developer at Undead Labs. So, yeah, so, but I am a big fan of System Era and this game that they built. I think it's pretty phenomenal, so definitely they deserve all the congratulations that you're offering them on having made an excellent game. Oh, here's more resin right here. Let's grab a bit of it, and let's load some of the rest of this up. Let's put some more resin over here. Right now I'm driving towards being ready to build and take off in a shuttle. So, Scrubby Pointer, it sounds like you're an enthusiastic fan of this game, so if you have any pointers for us, I would love to hear them. Dan31 says he really wants this game, and I'm definitely on his side in that. Wait, have I just filled my backpack? I think I have. So, let's scooch out of here. Oh, some compound. It is amazing the difference that it makes. Like early on in the game, when you are just on foot and you don't have a vehicle, just trying to accomplish anything just feels like this massive struggle. And then when you get your first vehicle, it makes a huge difference. And then when you get your first truck, it makes a huge difference again. Like this game does a really good job of like starting you very weak and small and limited, and then expanding your options in these enormous and satisfying ways. Okay, there's my research, so let's start the research going. Boink. What do we have in here? Come on, shuttle! Shuttle. Shuttle. Storage. Oh, it's probably the big fat storage. Though, actually, come to think of it, do I actually need to research shuttle? Maybe I just haven't scrolled to it. Oh, I can already build one. Well, I'm an idiot. Okay, well, what we need is compound then. Well, let's, we need this. I also want to build a second vehicle station, and I want to build a fuel, whatever thing, fuel condenser. So, let's make that happen. Let's clear out on this side of the base a little bit, just because we haven't yet. So, let's make some flat areas, because you can build up on hills, but I prefer not to, just because it introduces some geometrical weirdness, and the last thing you want in this game is geometrical weirdness. So, at least while it's still in early access, that can cause you some problems. So, let's flatten this sucker out till it gets to the point that I'm starting to dig like concavely into the mountain. Yeah, it's a little much. Let's flatten that out a little bit. All right, so let's build out here and make a new platform. So this will be where our fuel condenser is. Need some copper for that. I think I've got some copper. If not, we'll be going on a mining expedition. Ah, here we go. Copper. Yeah, copper. Yeah. We're gonna need to go out and get compound. We don't have enough of that. Unless... Oh, we do have the trade post. Hold on. Let's, I never actually demonstrated the trade post before. Let's make that work. All right. Well, I don't have enough room for that yet. Hold on. Let's build our second vehicle place first. Which I think we can do by... Let's just flatten out a spot over here. So we can launch... we don't want to be launching our vehicles off cliffs. That won't be smart. Let's go on the same level as this vehicle spot right here. Let's flatten down this hillside. Oh, I'm out of power. Can I grab power from the base? I cannot. Wait, how do I have no power? I've got power right here, guys. Right here. I got power. Come on. What are you doing, game? Okay, fine. I guess we'll wait till daytime. Well, if this power isn't working, I don't want it anymore. Okay, so let's grab that organic stuff. Stick it in our trade platform. Now we can get 4 compounds. Let's just go trade for that rather than going on another trip. Oh, Scrubby Pointer points out that if you build close to your initial base, you can actually manage the base from inside, which I hadn't thought about that. That you know, your mouse cursor still has some reach while you're in there. And so if you're in the middle of, say, a windstorm or something that's just a disaster for you, you can still get stuff done. So that's a good idea. In the meantime... Oh, I need to go grab some more resin. Resin! Let's go get some resin. Alright, so... slap some resin on our backs. So Scrubby Points says you need an active power source in order... Oh, okay, so I can't power from the base unless one of the power sources in the base is actually offering power. I can't draw stored power from any of these facilities. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now hopefully I've recharged enough that I can make this a useful vehicle facility by flattening out the ground in front of it. Well, it'll be useful eventually. Point is, I need compound. Oh, my compound's arrived. I don't have enough spots for it. Let me go finish that fuel condenser first. Alright, here's my fuel condenser. Alright, so whenever I end up getting power will funnel into this. A lot of power will funnel into this. So you only want to use this if you've got like solar power or something, because it's very expensive. And for some reason, this power node is just not doing anything. Can I power it with this? Yeah, this is a dead power node. I have no idea what's causing that. That's straight. Well, you know, early access. That's how it works. Alright, anyway. Cleared out enough space in my backpack that I can grab this compound. So let's do that. Picking up these pieces of compound, sticking them on my back, and then I'm gonna build my first shuttle. So okay, so power that you carry on in your backpack, like a resource, actually does expire. That's interesting. I wouldn't think that would be the case just because there's no visual difference in almost everything in this game. If something changes about it, there's a visual difference. Alright, so I've got a shuttle, but we need fuel. And that's a mistake I made in the past. Going to the moon without a full tank of fuel is a really, really bad plan. I've been stranded there before with no way to progress the game. So we can build a one-seater. We need more compound for that. So let's, well, first let's fuel it up. So stick some fuel in there. All right, still not completely full. So we want more hydrazine. Now the sun's coming up. We can probably condense some. We also want to grab more compounds. So we can keep expanding and building on this shuttle. So push that button. It'll use up all that power and fill that up with fuel. And you can keep doing that for as long as you want to. So basically, it just takes time. If you are out of fuel, but you have a fuel condenser, it just takes time and sunlight to make that happen. Yeah, so Scrubby Pointer says I can use the driver's seat from my vehicle on the ship. And I agree with you. I think I can. I think I also wanted to build another storage, though. I kind of like not having to sort of pass my... I don't know why I'm running out here. This doesn't make any sense. I was just thinking about something else. Oh, well. I kind of like building redundantly. Just so that, you know, so I don't have to constantly move pieces around when I'm switching from my shuttle to my truck and back again. It's just how I like to play, and so it takes extra time up front, but then it gets more convenient later. And I think ultimately it saves me more time than it costs me, at least if I play for a long time. All right, so we're gonna get a bunch of compound here so we can build unique pieces for the shuttle. I think that's it. All right, well, let's head back. Running out of air now, but that's fine. Close enough. Gonna make it. One thing I'm happy to see is that I also unlocked that the massive storage, which I'm gonna see if I've got enough compound to build. I'd rather make sure I have enough compound to build the shuttle. So okay, let's. So the moon I'm going to travel to is a barren moon. And so it's not going to have resin lying around all over the place like this place does, which means I'm going to need to carry a bunch of resin there if I want to build a base. In addition, one of the first things I'm going to want to build there is a what's the word I'm looking for? Is a fuel condenser so that I can't get stranded. So that means I'm going to need copper because that's what you use to build a fuel condenser. So I'm going to, let's see here. I want to clear this out so that I can park another vehicle in front of this. And I'm going to try to refit my truck. Let's see. Oh, I've only got the one. Let's see how much compound it costs. So let's grab some aluminium. Yeah, Joker, I was supposed to clear out of this room yesterday, and then a bunch of stuff came up yesterday, and I didn't have time. So I'll be clearing out of the room today after I finish the stream. All right, so let's see how hard it would be to get one of those massive storage items on this truck. Let's park the truck underneath. So when you've parked a vehicle underneath this crane, I don't know exactly how precise you have to be, it will make itself available to build things like this 3-seater. If I was playing with 3 friends, I could park them all in the back of the car, but it's actually a 4-socket slot. The only way to build 4-socket things is here at the vehicle thing. So storage, this costs, looks like 4 compound. So let's go out and get ourselves some copper, some resin, and some compound, so we can get everything we want installed. So one thing that I've noticed is it feels like sometimes the contents of caves will change between sessions. I'm not sure if that's true, but it sure feels like that sometimes. Let's see if that's true right now, because you guys remember there's a bunch of stuff that I left in here last time. So there was malachite up there, but I think it's only labeled malachite because it was one of the first ones I ever encountered. I think that label is supposed to go away, and there's a bug that it's not. Okay, yeah, this place is corrupted by life forms that are unfriendly. I mean, there's laterite. It's not what I'm looking for, but I can't pass it up because I'm a greedy, greedy person. But I'm not seeing any malachite, any copper ore. So I might end up needing to trade for it, which, you know, isn't too bad. I only need 2 units of it. So maybe that's what I'll end up doing. Let me just run around a little bit, though, and see if I can see any off in the distance. There's lots of monsters down here. Lots of monsters, not a lot of resources. So I feel like there were a lot more resources available last time I came here. And just a bunch of missing... Oh, what is... That's what I'm looking for, but it is way the crap down there. I can probably dig down there, but I don't want to go too far without a tether. So let's reorient our tether back in that direction. So let's pick you up, put you back on my back. Pick you up, put you back on my back. Start heading in a new direction. All right, so there's our first tether. I like the tether placement mechanic. Like, you just try to see how far away you can get the tether from the last one. I like how there's lots of little tiny aspects of this game that are just fun. You know, like just intrinsically kind of neat. Like tether placement. It's just, I mean, it's a minor part of the game. But it lights the cave, it provides you with air, it's really important, and the precise details of how you're placing it, it feels like a creative decision, but also like a problem-solving type decision. All right, so let's see what it takes to dig down to this area. Like, are we just hovering over a cave here? I think we are. Yeah, that's problematic. And I can't even reach the bottom. So, yeah, Cloudcraft, there, the vehicle does have, like, infinite oxygen, basically. It's got some kind of, I don't know, air recycling system. If I fall down here, I'm gonna die. And it looks like it's just wide open down there. Like, I'm not seeing a lot of places where I might be able to, you know, dig down and have it be worth much. Yeah, see, every time I dig down, it just opens into a void. So I think this is not going to be a possibility. I don't think I can get that laterite. I mean, I would need to do a ton of exploration to find a way down there. And I mean, malachite, not laterite. I would need to do a ton of exploration to find a way down there. And by the time I do that exploration, I will have found more malachite. So let's just go look other places for malachite. Was there anything up here? Or is this just more of the same passage? I'll go just a little further. Let's quickly run over here and see what we can find. Yeah, so this place used to be full of life. So I think there's just a bug or an unfinished feature here where I think that the when you play once right now, it'll populate the world with resources, and then when you play again, it will repopulate the world differently. And so while a particular cave might have been set up deliberately to have a ton of resources in it, the next time you come back, they'll mostly be gone. They won't be there. They'll be in other random arbitrary places. Right, so we're looking for probably another cave that I haven't explored before, and maybe we'll be able to find some malachite that way. Like, oh, look at this. Again, this might be one that was close enough that... Is that a cliff? That's a cliff. I didn't mean to hit T. I meant to hit tab. Tab. All right. So again, really far down. And just nothing. There's just nothing out here. There's, yeah, do some research. Oh, wow. Okay, that just opened a hole. It just dropped the research into a hole. Awesome. There's some rocket fuel. I mean, why not, right? But don't want to go too much farther without a tether. Just wanted to poke around and see if this place is even worth it. So yeah, right now, when you're playing in early access, you want to be playing big, long sessions where you accomplish major things, hit major milestones, maybe get ready to go to a new planet, that sort of thing. Oh, I've just been dumping stuff out of my backpack, haven't I? Hydrazine, I mean, I need all this stuff. So, all right, let's head back. Oh yeah, I'm almost out of air. Let's go back and get some air. And one of the biggest problems of operating without a tether is it's harder to find your way back. If you're not lighting your way with a tether, finding your way back is really, really difficult. Okay, so I think I've decided we're going to collect a bunch of grass and we're going to trade for some copper. So let's, I didn't bring the storage with me, but we can just sort of drop some crap here. Let's pick up a bunch of grass. Just vacuuming up the grass like a big old lawnmower. Galactic Lawnmower Simulator 2017. All right. Let's head back. We can do a little bit more of this. Our goal is to just load up this shuttle with enough stuff that we can plant a decent base on the moon. So let's see. What do we already have? Okay. I can't control my game. All right, here we go. So first off, let's put things on our trade dealie. I'll probably want to get more. Let's see, so can I... Okay, so I can get malachite. Well, this only yields 1 malachite. Well, let's go get some more grass. I've also got I've got half the compound I need. So I want to keep my eyes out for more compound. I need to... I'm not carrying the hydrazine I need. Let me, let's load up the storage a little bit with some resin. And what was the other thing I was going to do? Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was going to vacuum up some more grass. Let's do that. Come on, grass. Quick before the sun goes down. And I lose my easy access to power. Mowing the lawn, mowing the lawn. Yeah, I have had a lot of problems with sort of going back to old saves in this game, but I chalk that up completely to it being early access. You know, they're going to hit a point where things are a lot more stable. I had trouble at one point with oh hey, hydrazine. I had trouble at one point with just my entire landscape getting fractured when I came back after a save. And stuff like that. So there's definitely weird things that can happen, but so far I've considered the experience of playing this game has definitely been worth the headaches, and I'm really looking forward to. I'm hoping that my participation. I mean, I've been participating in the forums, posting my bugs, that sort of thing. I'm hoping that my participation in this whole process just helps them, make the game faster and better. And then in the end I'll have an even more exciting game to play. So let's put that there. Oh, you know what? I'm not even using this storage. Let's put it on the truck. On the truck. Oh wait, no room on the truck. Okay, so I want that laterite. I want that hydrazine. Okay, let's go finish fueling up the shuttle. I think I've definitely got enough fuel now to fill it to capacity. Oh, yeah. So those two are just waiting to get dumped into the main tank as soon as it's available. Let's store the rest of our hydrazine over at the... where did I... This one, right here. Store the rest of it over there. Looks like my malachite's here. So let's grab that. Stick it on my backpack. And let's go to the refinery, where we'll grab some of these advanced metals. And the fun thing is, like, this game is about a lot of drudgery, right? I mean, there's a lot of sort of busy work in this game. But, for some reason, it's still like just sort of the feeling of, you know, I've got this thing, it's wandering around with my cursor, and then it snaps into place. Like, little things like that have a lot of sort of intrinsic pleasure to them. And so it makes me feel good to just be playing the game. Like, even if I'm doing something that is a little drawn out, a little bit, you know, potentially dull, it doesn't matter that much. Because I'm just sort of having fun, you know. Like, even if I've gotten totally used to this game and I've, you know, and I've done everything, I feel like it would be a fun way to just kind of kill time listening to a podcast or something like that. Okay, so let's go out, grab a buttload more resources, because I still need some compound. I still need some resin. So that's what we're on the move for. The stuff that just sort of grows thickly on the ground. So let's just kind of drive out here. I like the confidence of having a vehicle and just knowing, yeah, I've got enough air. I can go as far as I need to go. It's fine. Is there any... Oh, I've already dug here to find research. So, oh, what's this? What is this over here? Ah, no. Okay. Oh, infinite compound source. Excellent. Let's just grab all the compound we can. Plan on spending about 4 compound, making... Oh, out of power. Alright, whatever. See, one little tip, you can expand your backpack's capacity by leaving open something that, in your little crafting slot here, leave something open that requires a resource that you're collecting, because then you can use that extra slot to hold it. I think I'm done here, right? Oh, just a tiny bit more. All right. Well, let's. Sun's coming up, so I want to keep the vehicle with me so that I can draw from its solar power. Dan, I can mark and remember locations. The way that I would do that is with... I haven't actually done it before, so let's try it. With a beacon. So use some of this compound to build myself a beacon. And I'm presuming that what this does is leave a little marker on the ground. As I go farther away, it gets bigger. So if I wanted to remember exactly where this spot was, I just leave that beacon there, and we're good. So it just costs 1 inventory slot to carry one of those around, and then if I find a good place that I want to come back to, I just drop it, and then I can find it again. And just the thing that I love about this game is the solution to every problem is let's make a physical object. Like, you know, they could have done this in any number of ways, but they decided that the way they were going to do it was let's make a physical object. And this game is so incredibly consistent about that. Like, you know what the answer is going to be to everything, and so it means that everything the character does has got a cost, because, you know, we've got limited space for objects. And everything in the game feeds into that system. It's just a very, very elegant system, very elegant solution. So let's collect as much resin as we can, which is that much until we offload some items. So let's slap some resin over here, and kind of want to leave those two open for research in case I find some. But no, here. That's where I want you to be. Right. Oh, are we done? Is that all the resin? All right, fine. Let's just keep driving. Now, if you drive too far, the curvature of the Earth makes it so you can't see your home, which is, again, just... I mean, these planets really are spheres. They're enormous spheres, but they are spheres. And they don't have to simulate you going too far away. I mean, so they didn't have to like create a rule that said when you go too far away from your base, you can't see the whatever anymore. No, it just grows naturally out of the limits of the... Oh my gosh, what is with this enormous subterranean network that I can't get to? Now, I know that there is a crane and a winch that you can unlock. I've never used the winch before. I'm assuming the winch is what would allow me to rappel down there. Maybe Scrubby Pointer can answer that question, because I've never had a chance to experiment with that particular piece of hardware. So I know that the crane is a 4-socket improvement you can put on the back of a vehicle, and then the winch is something you can attach to the end of it, just like you can attach a drill to use for mining to the end of it. And so I've used the drill, but I haven't found an occasion to use the winch. And I presume that that might be something you only can use in multiplayer, because I've tried to pilot it around and I couldn't do anything with it. But I'm presuming that maybe in multiplayer, if I position the winch somewhere, I can have a friend descend on it? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, unless Scrubby Pointer knows more. Like how a person uses the winch in this game is the question. There's some resin. Oh, Scrubby Pointer says the winch can drag things. So, okay, so does that mean that I would connect it to like a vehicle or something? I assumed it's for rappelling or something like that, but I was just making that up. So it lets me like make a train out of vehicles. That actually sounds... So basically I could take like a truck bed, and instead of having to spend space on giving it power and giving it a driver's seat, I could just do an empty truck bed, or like maybe just only put storage on it or something like that, and then drag it around with another truck using the winch, because that sounds pretty amazing, actually. And I guess I could just put a whole series of winches on things and just just make an entire train if I wanted to, and just like drag it around going choo-choo. All right, so I think I'm not going to find any research, so let's just use these last 2 slots here, carry as much as we can, and then all right, well, since I'm out here, might as well just grab a little bit of grass. All right, there we go. Filled my last slot. Let's head home. Scrubby Pointer says that the winch can drag things you find in outer areas. So what do you mean by that? You mean like large objects, things like... Because I can carry research items just by sticking them to a socket. So are there things that I want that are far away from my base that I can drag back? That like would I want to drag a tree back for some reason or something like that? All right, so we're gonna get out, and first thing I'm gonna do is go deposit this organic stuff in my trade slots because I can. So you go right there, you go right there, and then I'm gonna put some resin here. And then I'm gonna, on my backpack, make sure that I've got enough of everything. So, okay, so I'm gonna carry enough, 4 compounds and 4 resins. And okay, I'm loaded up. This is as much stuff as I can carry. So we're gonna hop in this shuttle and we're gonna look at space travel. So you get in the shuttle, you click that button, and you go into space! Well, this is making me want to mess with the winch more, though. I need to collect more research before I can build it. Okay, so I'm in orbit right now. So I can land back at my home. My home will be marked by a beacon once I go, my orbit takes me to the side of the planet I was just on. So let's actually wait for that, just so we can see it happen. Zarnathium says, "Okay, Jeff, you should tell my wallet that you're sorry, since you just caused it some damage." I'm so sorry, wallet. I'm sorry that I caused Zarnathium to put you to your proper purpose. So at some point, did I look away when it was happening? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so that's where my old home is. So if I wanted to land, I could land like that. But if I want to leave and go to another planet, I click that button, and now I go even further out. And this white line tells me my range. So I could go to this arid world, which is super dangerous. And actually, in the last version, I couldn't go here until I built a spaceship instead of a shuttle. So we'll see. In this case, that's not the case. So we're going to go to this barren moon instead, because it is a place where they've got tons of research on barren moons. And that's the gap I want to fill right now, is my research. Yeah, so Zarnathium just now picked up this game, which I think was a very good decision. I'm having a great time. And it looks like the moon has only one valid landing spot. Interesting. It looks really, really tiny. I don't even know if the last one I was parked in was this tiny. So notice that my fuel in my giant tank is going down as I make all these maneuvers. If I make too many maneuvers, I could run out of fuel and be stranded in space, stranded on a planet that I can't settle at. Oh, you know what the heck I forgot to do? I'm an idiot. Well, let's get out. I forgot to build a habitat. I need a habitat in order to plant a new base. So let's drop this here, because we'll need it later and we don't want to transport it twice. And let's go back and get a habitat and a bunch more fuel. You know what I could have done? I could have grabbed some research while I was down there too, but whatever. Let's get there quick. I want to show building a second base, and I need to actually do it properly to make that happen. So let's take off into outer space, go back to the Terran world. Scribber Pointer says you don't need the habitat? I thought that was the only way I could found a new base. Is there another way to do it? Because the only way I know how to build those little platforms and stuff, the base platforms, is by starting with a habitat and branching out from it with resin. Is that not something I need to do? That's sort of what I deduced from playing the game, but Scrubby Pointer knows more stuff than I do, so it could be that I'm completely mistaken. Where's my home? I always get this little feeling of anxiety that, oh no, my home has disappeared and I can't get to it. Oh, Scrubby Pointer says you can expand from the shuttle once. Oh, from this thing. I had no idea. Well, I'm wasting everyone's time, but since I'm on the way back anyway, I might as well just go land. So, if I expand from the shuttle once, does that mean that can the shuttle still detach from the base and take off? Ah! This happens all the time. Okay. So let's grab some more hydrazine from here. Glad I've been making it. Oh wait, my backpack's full. Gah! All right, well, there was one thing I was going to do anyway, right? Which was build that large-scale storage. So let's come over here and clear off some room. And let's drive this car. Park it underneath the crane. I'm sure this is fine. And tell it to build a storage. Fill it up with compound and go for it. So this just shows how far they take the modular nature of the thing. So this thing, instead of having one pair of sockets, or whatever, or one 4-socket back here, it's got 2 4-sockets, and so now I've doubled the capacity of this truck. So I could put 4 of these storages here and carry like 32 resources around, or I could leave these open for research. drive that off. Okay, but what I really need, and apparently I don't actually need this, but what I feel like I need is a habitat. So let's, of course I just used all my compound on that. That's fine. It's fine, totally fine. Oh, is that a windstorm? So let's see, habitat. Oh, I haven't unlocked it yet. Well, you know what? We're gonna have to do this the way that Scrubby Pointer was recommending. We're gonna have to learn how to do it the hard way. So I am gonna need, I'm gonna want a little bit more compound to be able to build this new base. So let me actually, okay, let me grab my truck. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit more compound, and then we'll take off. Let's see, oh wait. Is that storm coming my way, or is it just passing by? I think it's just passing by. I feel like it's going to the right. Which is really interesting. You can like watch weather patterns go by. It's not like weather patterns are just like this binary thing that sort of turns on and off in your immediate vicinity. No, they are really just traveling around the planet, and you either happen to be in their path or don't. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen a game that sort of simulated its world to this degree. Yeah, Scrubby Pointer says, I would build 2 storages on a second truck and connect them. So, here's a question. Is there a way to connect it besides the winch? Because I've been wanting to make a little train for a while, but I don't know how. So maybe Scrubby knows the answer to that question, because yeah, if I could mount this entire thing on this rover, then pull the rover behind me, that gives me even more space. Because I've seen that they've got these little connections that form between them, but they seem to just be virtual, right? Like they're not real. Is there a way to like... Oh, what's this? Oh my gosh! What? What? No! That's really a thing I can do? Holy crap. I didn't even know I could do that. Oh. So it's moved slower. It definitely has inertia to it, but... Holy crap! I got a train, guys! Choo-choo! This is awesome! Okay, so one thing I'm learning that I can't do is I can't actually pick up a piece this big. It has to be installed at the vehicle spot, apparently, because I can't interact with this thing. So I would have probably just put this on the rover, except I can't. So let's go grab the compound that we need. And oh wait, we need more fuel. I'm not going to go down there without more fuel. So let's. Oh right, the whole reason I went and bothered to build that. Because I'd already filled my backpack. Okay, so let's find a good spot to offload some crap from my backpack. All right, go pick up some hydrazine. And run over here. Okay, yeah. So sorry that I didn't understand, Scrubby Pointer, when you were explaining, making trains and stuff with cars, because yeah, what you just taught me was extremely useful, and I had no idea what I was talking about. So okay, so this thing is all ready to go. I cannot build a habitat, but that's fine. I don't need to. Oh, hey, what was... So, Scrubby Pointer, what was your answer to the question of expanding from the shuttle? Like, if I expand my base from the shuttle, can I launch the shuttle again? Or is that shuttle basically there forever? Do I need to make sure I can build a vehicle that can take me off-world because that shuttle is now rooted into my base? Because right now in Early Access, I would not put it past them to have there be easy ways like that to just get completely stranded and screwed. And hey there, Taylor. Okay, so Scrubby Pointer says you can take off again after you do that. So, well, you know what? Since I'm bringing 2 storages worth anyway, let's just go grab even more resources. Like, why not, right? Well, here's one reason why not. I've got 8 minutes left, so let's not. Let's just go to the other planet. And if we're unprepared, we are unprepared. Wait. My intention... Grr. Was to bring this with me. So that's what we will do. Alright, now we will get in. Now we will take off. And Scrubby Pointer assures me I will not get stranded. At least, I will not get stranded because I made that decision. I might get stranded for completely unrelated reasons, but it won't be because Scrubby Pointer led me wrong. Yeah, it makes sense you can only expand once, because, you know, your spaceship only has the one slot on it, and you can only land it in certain places. So once you've landed in the one place on the moon and expanded off it and taken off again, I imagine going back to that same moon, you'd just be landing in the same spot. There'd be it wouldn't make any sense to expand. There, let's go there. We're gonna pass straight through the planet. That happens sometimes. Woohoo! Yeah! Defying the laws of physics. Okay, we are right on the edge of something. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought there was only one place to land on this planet, but I do not see the storage thing that I left here. There is another place to land. I have chosen the wrong one. Okay, well, let's keep an eye on where we landed here, because this is not where I landed before. I was not on the edge of a crater, and there was storage there. Okay, so we've left, and it's just receding behind the horizon now. So let's see if another... Oh, yeah, there was a second place. This is probably where I was. Scrubby Pointer says that on their moon they had 8. Not 8, sorry, 3. Why can't I read numbers? They had 3 spots on their moon. I feel like my last one I had a lot more, but you know, I mean, this stuff all seems to be procedurally generated, so it's likely to be very different in each person's game. There we are. This is the place I was thinking of. All right, so we can expand once from here. So let's do it. Let's build out. And do I have any resin in my backpack? Apparently I do. Yeah, I've still got a little bit more. So I'm just gonna build a nice little backbone to my base. And then start to build outwards. Let's grab some more resin. Whoa, I'm getting some frame rate itches here. Dan31 says I should have placed a beacon. That's true. I was under the impression at the time that there was only the one place to build a base, so I didn't think I needed it, but it turns out I was incorrect. Oh, Need more resin. So we're going to run out of resin pretty fast here. I didn't really count up how much I thought I would need, so give us one. So we can have, right now, 3 platforms. And we'll need to decide what it is we want to put on them. So one of them will definitely be a fuel condenser, so that I can't possibly get stranded here. So let's definitely build that. And to make that fuel condenser work, I'm gonna need to print my, oh my gosh, I needed more copper. Okay, I'm gonna want a printer so that I can build a solar array. And what else am I gonna want? And I definitely want to be able to do research here, because that's like the main reason to be here. And also, that is a place where you can get copper, by the way. If you do a lot of research, which, let's see if there's a place nearby. There is. If you do a lot of research, you can, the research objects start kicking out resources instead of blueprints. So let's grab a couple of these guys. Oh, but I need to find some power too, because I don't yet have, wait, I think I can use my own backpack solar cell to make this work. Stop it! Stop clicking yourself. So we're going to be juggling resources. Back to the base. Okay, so let's see if I'm right about that. Can I power the research station with my own solar cell? Yes, very slowly. So that's an option. Whoa, Taylor, did you notice a Steam message that I didn't? Did somebody just join my game and I didn't see them, or they didn't see me? That is fascinating. I'm sorry, I totally did not catch that, Taylor, if you saw that on my screen. Okay, so it's dark right now. So how charged did this get during the day? Not very. That's what I really should have brought, was a solar cell on that second trip. Well, you know what? I've got enough fuel to get back home, I think. So maybe I should just do that. Just go back and grab a solar cell, condense myself some more fuel. Oh yeah, and Scrubby's right. The answer, it definitely is multiplayer. I just apparently don't know how to play multiplayer, because apparently somebody joined my game and they don't see me anywhere. So let's take off. So I think I have just enough fuel to get back. So let's not screw anything up. Let's go into orbit. Let's go to the Terran world, and then let's land. And that will probably exhaust most of our fuel. Ah! Oh no, oh! I gotta orbit for a while before I can land. Oh, is the stream going laggy? Sorry about that, that happens sometimes. Yeah, it says that it dropped about 700 frames, so I know that's a few seconds. Alright, come on, house. Where are you? It's about time to be finished with this stream. Of course, my computer back at my desk has just been insane lately, so it hasn't been doing anything it's supposed to. It was kind of a blessed relief to take my lunch break, because I was just sitting there staring at it, doing nothing. we're getting to the point now where we've got enough content in the game that I need to have a more powerful computer in order to run it, or at least to work in it. All right, so came back here to get a solar cell. We'll also need to update our fuel. Why not? So if I was just playing on my own with no time constraints of any kind, I would probably make a new solar cell. I'd go, searching for more resources, all kinds of weird stuff. What is going on over there? Oh my gosh, that might be my friend. Is he driving my truck around? What? Hey, come back here. You got my truck. Where's he going? I wonder if he sees me. Well, I'm gonna refuel this sucker real quick. Let's go see. Is he within reach? He's got all my vehicles. Like I can't do anything. Oh, did he collect some resources for me? Oh, the sun's down, so I can't get any more fuel. Well, might as well go on an expedition. Oh, here's some more fuel. Forgot I had this. Okay, so this game is even more amazing now that I got this random friend. Okay, hopefully I can make it to the vehicle before I run out of air. Oh, and there's an oxygen spot up there, so we should be good. Dan31 says, newly implemented, truck stealing. Oh, man. Just collecting the crap out of the resources I need. Awesome. Hey there. Who are you? Oh, it's Ixelsev. Oh, it's Brian. I believe that's Brian Giaime. So he's here to help me out. I don't need oxygen. What am I doing? We are playing this game together, yo. He's back at his desk. I'm out of power. Here we go. Grab this power. Do. This is the most massive pile of compound I have ever seen. See you later, Brian. No, as long as he can run alongside me. Very polite of him to cede me the chair. Okay, since we have loads of compound, what we need is copper. That's what we need. We need copper. So yeah, so we can build. Well, I was trying to think, is there a way we can just go? We can make two seats and go into space together. And we can grab this seat, right? The main thing we need. Now let's just go. The main thing we need is copper. So let's see if we can trade for copper. We've got so much compound now. Just need 2 copper. So, okay, so we've got 1 malachite already. We'll send that off to get some more. We'll also make some more fuel. So I should like text Brian and tell him what we're doing. So let me get onto Slack here and find Brian. Brian. Okay, so need copper. Wait, need a space bar too. Need copper at my moon base. All right. So I'm gonna grab that malachite. He already placed some malachite over here. Oh, did I forget to... Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to put the new malachite. Ah, whatever. So, okay, we'll let that recharge and... Can I... There was a way for me to, like, indicate things, right? I don't know what he's doing. But okay, so let's refine this copper. And I think I'm ready to go. Oh, well, we need a little bit more hydrazine, maybe. Let's grab a little bit more hydrazine before we go. Say I have a shuttle grabbing fuel and let's go. All right. Let's see here. Do. All right. Come on, Brian. Let's get on. Wait, no, get in. Okay, there we go. Ready? Boom. Taylor, I don't know if the game has anything restricting people. I assume that only your friends can join, but I don't really know. Okay, so go out here, land on the moon. Okay, Joker confirms that you got to be somebody's friend in order to join their game. Sometimes there have been times when I've accepted invites on Steam. Was that my place? I don't remember. We're gonna go around in a circle, try to figure it. There's more landing spots than before. Okay, I'm leaving a beacon next time. See here. Might land in wrong place. Yup, that's the wrong place. What did I just... No, go away. I just did something on my computer you can't see, but it was bad. I know, Dan, I know. I thought there were only two, and one of them had a massive crater by it. I thought it was gonna be easy this time. Apparently not. So not that one, the one that comes up after the giant crater. So Brian says he'll stay on the ship till I get out. That's a good plan. Okay, this is the one. This is it. We're going here. And if not, we're just gonna say we're done. Brian just moved something on my base. He's like, Jeff, you're doing this wrong. Yeah, he's just running around doing crap. Look at this. He's a very useful friend, I suppose. Okay, so we needed copper for this printer. And I'm gonna grab my... Oh, got a habitat. Nice. Right, so this is once daytime shows up, this guy is going to make it possible for us to build solar cells. I'm also going to refuel the ship a little bit. Is he... Stop using my power! Okay, so he's putting his on... Now he gets it. All right, great. And by the way, look, Dan, there's my beacon. All right, solar panel, boom. Should have brought more resin while I was at it, but didn't. So he's, whoa, he's just dug an enormous mine shaft. So Brian plays this game differently than I do. I have never just dug arbitrarily into the world like this. Wow, but unfortunately, we are running out of time. I mean, we are over time. We are over time. Let's look at the cave, then build a habitat, then quit. All right. Oh yeah, so we got some research to do. That's cool. And a bunch of dangerous plants. I'm getting out of here. The Joker keeps, and other folks keep saying, joking about, you know, oh, new state of decay mechanic, new state of decay mechanic. That's why Brian and I play these games together. Like, it's specifically because we are looking for inspiration for state of decay. Now, that doesn't mean particular things that we see in here are going to get just, you know, copied straight over into state of decay. Do we not have enough compound? Oh, we do. Okay, good. But okay, that's organic. And that's resin. Do we not have enough compound? We got so much compound, we just didn't keep it in our freaking backpacks. Ah, not enough compound. The problem is, saving the game is all about the habitat. So let's, you know what? I'll send him a message. Let's go back to home planet to save. Ah. Oh wait, it just saved. Oh, hey, nice. Let's still go back to the home planet. Okay, let's go out. Let's go to the Terran world. Where's the home? Looking for home. There it is. Okay, so yeah, Dan31 has invited us all to join him in this game once he buys it in about an hour. So I might not be able to play it again until this evening, or maybe not even then. But let's remember that, and let's head into Oh, so him going in there saves it. Cool. Then we're gonna quit. Here we go. Quit to desktop. Boom. So that is an amazing game. That is Astroneer, and like I said, it's early access. There's some rough edges. We saw, with the way that resources get distributed, stuff like that. It's there's definitely some, and I have run into some game-breaking bugs. There was one point where like a truck of mine ended up in orbit for some reason. There was another point where my entire planet disappeared. So when you play this game now, expect it to have problems, but expect it to be worth it. Because this game it does very clever things in an extremely elegant way. It's it just, the whole world kind of hangs together and makes sense in a way that's very sort of tactile and cool, and it just feels good to play. So thanks everybody for being here, and I'll definitely be playing more of this game as time goes on. Tomorrow though, I'm gonna have to tear down all of my setup in this room. So come on in, Brian. If you guys want to see, yeah, no, it's 12 to 1. So this is the guy who was jumping around in my game. So they told me that you would join the game. I didn't notice the message. So there's no
notification at all. You just randomly see the person and are like, that happened.
Yeah, so I would have been really confused if they weren't told me that you had joined the game, because I was like, I just saw like my truck is like driving around on the horizon. What's going on? I got malachite. I
joined your game. I saw nobody, and I'm like, let's go find some stuff. And so I'm just driving your truck around getting compound.
And you played differently from me too. It's interesting. Like you had the 2 solar cells you were carrying with you, which was and digging into the ground to make a mine shaft. I'd never done that before.
So here's the thing: I've glitched through the ground enough times
to see how many
the cave structure and the density of them. There are so many caves. You basically just make a convenient slope into the ground until you hit something, and it will almost always work within 10 minutes.
Awesome.
So I mean, on the moon, it took 45 seconds.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So you have a cave down there now, full of popper hazards.
Yeah.
Which are plants that like exploding at you, not the kind that just keep shooting gas.
Yeah, those are worse. The ones that keep shooting gas.
You keep thinking you're killing them, and then you're actually not sure which little bit of rock you need to erode to get them to like.
My favorite ones are the clusters of spiky plants. I always dig underneath them, a really deep hole, and then bury them so that I don't.
They all just sort of collapse into themselves.
Yeah, they collapse in.
I've tried to like cover over them, and then sometimes the physics get screwed up, and they squirt out the top.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got to end this stream, but thanks everybody for being here, and thanks Brian for helping me
show guest moment.
Yeah, for showing a part of the game that I wasn't expected to even be able to show. So that's awesome. Yeah. Definitely a multiplayer game. To answer that question.
This one is maybe the least bad Minecraft I've seen yet.
Seriously,
and there are like 40 of those.
There's so many games that just try to do that like survival, crafting, building experience.
But this one has holy crap, it's so clicky.
Yeah,
everything is so profoundly clicky, and there's a sort of delight to just looking around and finding and doing, and it's not scary because there's not random crap trying to murder you, and it's also not 57 different spreadsheet entries worth of complicated. It's like, nope, put this there. Now it's that. Great.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we'll see you later.
Bye.